Okay, guys, run that embargo, please, for 10:30 this evening.
Hello, Pep. Kevin De Bruyne, at this time last season, had scored 16 goals. He has 4 this season. Is that a fair reflection of how he's playing? Do you feel he could maybe offer a little bit more for you? Because it's, as I say, 4 times as many goals this time last season.
He made a lot of things, Kevin. He made a huge amount of assists. He shot 3 or 4 times in the post, so his performances are really good, quite good. He's a fighter, help us a lot. So, of course, it's not just about Kevin. So we should score more goals, defend better. So, and we are working. We work in the last time with about that, and we are continue to working on that.
Pep, you said with Vincent you will see how he is and whether he'll start tomorrow. But what is the decisive factor in making that decision? Will you listen to him, or will you and your staff make that decision? What would be the factor that makes you decide whether he starts or not?
No, he is fit. That is the most important thing. He's a long time now training, and he feels good. The next factor is a long time didn't play. He's not playing, and you have to evaluate his physical condition and how he want to play. But he has a lot of experience, and I think he's going to handle as quick as possible. So important is his physical condition is not injured anymore in the last month, and that is the best news for us.
But is there a danger that you keep him out too long? Because all the games, you have so many significant games now. There aren't many games where, maybe tomorrow you could bring him in. But is there a danger that there's a fear of it being too much of a risk? You have to play him at some point.
Yeah, sooner or later we have to take a risk.
That's what I'm saying. So you have to play him at some point.
Yeah, and in the next games he's going to play. I don't know if tomorrow in the next game, but maybe in the next games he's going to try to play. Yeah.
Is there still room for Kelechi for the second half of the season now that Gabriel Jesus is here, or would a loan be?
We have the same answer. We have 7 strikers, 3 strikers in the middle, so 4 or 5 in the. And normally we play with 2 or 3. I don't know the opponents how many strikers they play, so we play with 5, 6 so offensive players, and thanks from that we create a lot of chances, even with important games. We analyze against Tottenham, against Arsenal, against Chelsea, against United in the beginning of the season, especially in the first half, even in the second. In the second half, how many chances we create was much better than our opponents, but we didn't create the chances. Thanks for this kind of players. But of course, Kelly is part of the squad.
So we'll be staying for the rest of the season.
Until now, yeah.
Pep, in your first press conference here in July, you mentioned coming up against Big Sam as one of the things you were looking forward to about English football. Why was that, and have you encountered him before?
Yeah, I saw once in my life, and it would be the second time. I'm delighted he's coming back, of course, in training, and tomorrow I will give him and to Big Sam a big hug.
What is it particularly you were looking forward to coming up against him?
No, tomorrow's a game, so it's a final for both of us. So, and after that, he's going to fight to win, I'm going to fight to win.
Hi Pep, you've reached the halfway point of your first season. How would you say it's gone so far?
About?
At the halfway point of your first season here, how would you say it's gone so far?
I'm so happy. We work a lot, more than ever, knowing how beautiful is the Premier League, how special it is for many issues, how unpredictable it is, satisfied for all behavior for the players, all the match, we can say that, so we didn't get, I think, what we deserve, but it's stupid to say, because at the end you have what you deserve, analyze what you can do better for the second part of the season, and every game keep going.
And is it right that you spoke to the chairman last weekend, and is he happy with how things have gone so far?
It's a good question for him.
Having spoken to him, are you?
Yeah, I spoke with him every time we come here. So normally he comes every 3 weeks, 1 month, and every day that he comes, we sit, and we speak about Abu Dhabi and football and so on.
And he seemed happy.
He's so happy, yeah.
There are 4 days left in the transfer window. Do you expect to bring anyone into the squad?
No.
And is that a disappointment at all? Did you feel that you would?
Disappointed. I'm so happy with the squad.
So you didn't feel you needed to add to the squad this window?
No. Maybe someone is leaving. I don't know. You cannot assure 100% that is going to happen, but we didn't have a meetings about that.
Pep, you talked about the number of strikers or forwards that you've got available. How do you keep those that aren't in the team happy, particularly players like Kelechi, who has got a lot of talent and has been earmarked by the club as having a bright future?
Except Jesus and Nolito, a little bit Sergio, the other one, they are young strikers. There will be a future. So Gabriel and Raj and Leroy, Kelechi, they are so young players. Knowing competing to win the Premier League, in the Champions League, and they have to adapt. It's for their life. For example, Leroy is the first time in his life playing the Champions League, and Raj is the second time in his life playing the Champions League, and fighting for the title. So we give them, of course, time, but of course I evaluate them for every single game, how they do during the games, how they do in the training sessions. And at the end, I try to be fair. What I saw, with their performance, for my decisions in the future, in the next games. Of course, I have to evaluate them. It depends what they do on the grass, on the pitch, on the green.
Hola, Pep. Volia saber 2 coses. Una, saber si el gol s'entrena. Fer gols als partits, si això s'entrena durant la setmana o no es pot entrenar.
Sí, el gol és com tot, es pot entrenar, és pràctica, però la situació que es troba un jugador davant d'un partit, aquesta no es pot entrenar. I tu pots entrenar a tirar penals en un partit i l'altre a tirar un penal davant de 80.000 persones que et dona guanyar o perdre.
I la segona és el teu record d'Eric Cantona com a futbolista, si l'has conegut, si com a persona, i si segueixes els seus consells.
Va venir a Barcelona una vegada, el vaig conèixer, va ser un jugador fantàstic, és un gran actor i les seves aparicions a Eurosport són magnífiques, són estel·lars, però estel·lars by far.
So first question, is the goal a thing you can train? Yes, you can train goals, you can practice, but you can't practice a situation real in the match. It's the same like penalties, you can practice penalties, but not a penalty shootout in a big stadium full of people. Second question, what are your memories of Eric Cantona? Have you met him? He came to Barcelona once, he was an amazing player, he's a great actor too, and his performances at Eurosport are great too.
Hi, Pep. Me again, sorry. John Stones has been...
No, because Nadal won, no?
Okay.
That's why he's in the final, so I'm so happy.
Okay, just on John Stones, he's been in and out of the team recently. Is that just normal because he's a young player and he's still developing, that he's not always been selected?
So maybe you realize, and maybe you didn't realize in the past, I like to move the team, so I like everybody to be involved, and some of them in that period. Normally, the players play regularly the most because they give me more confidence than the other one. So, when they don't play, they have to win my confidence on them. So, it's the case for all of the players here, for the strikers, for the wingers, for the goalkeepers, the central defenders, fullbacks, all of them. So, play Zaba, play Sagna, play Gael, play Cola. So, and after that, what they gave me or gave to the team, they have more chance to play in the important part of the season.
Okay, cheers guys.
Thank you.
Yeah, not bad, quiet. Lovely.